Please welcome the Johns Hopkins University faculty, graduation speakers, and honorees. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Marjorie. Wow, that was beautiful. Welcome to the 2025 graduation ceremony for the Johns Hopkins School of Education. Woo-hoo! Please be seated. What an absolutely perfect evening. The weather is amazing, and to see all of you here is very exciting. These are moments in our lives that are so monumental, so special that you just want to hang on to them forever. This, friends, is one of those moments. A start of a new day, a new journey. This is what it's all about. Good evening. I am Jamie Lester, Vice Dean of Academic Affairs, and I am honored to be your Master of Ceremonies this evening. Tonight represents the culmination of countless acts of encouragement, patience, and belief in yourselves and in others, and a heck of a lot of very hard work. Yesterday, we celebrated student alumni achievements and honored the accomplishments of our PhD and EDD candidates during our Society of Excellence Awards and doctoral hooding ceremonies. This evening, we've come together to celebrate the successful completion of academic requirements of all of our assembled degree candidates. Candidates, once you cross this stage, know that through the Johns Hopkins School of Education, you've earned and mastered the skills you need to help drive evidence-based change in our schools and communities. It's now time for you to shape the future. Just 2 years ago, I stepped into the role of Vice Dean for Academic Affairs here at the School of Education. And in this role, I've had the pleasure of getting to know many of you. I've treasured each one of those opportunities. What a privilege it has been to discuss your academic experience and to even talk about your personal lives, including the obstacles many of you have faced and overcome to complete your studies here. We've had opportunities to discuss our programs and resources within our school and what we can do to make them even more impactful. And I thank you for that. And during one of the most challenging times in education, we've also talked about how to sustain our best efforts on behalf of those we serve and how to support others who have also made a bold commitment to our chosen field. It has been a pleasure to watch you grow, to witness you conquer challenges, and to see you persevere to this particular moment. So class of 2025, you are resilient, brilliant, dedicated, and passionate. And what I find most inspiring is your powerful ability to advocate for others and for yourselves. Seeing that invaluable skill in action is what gives me and what should give all of you confidence in your future and in the future of education. Johns Hopkins strengthens you. It challenges you, and it supports you. It places you among exceptional peers and renowned professors. And at moments like this one, it celebrates your achievement with 149 years of proud tradition. But it is you all who make Johns Hopkins great. You are the ones who fulfill and make real all the essential elements we profess as central to our Johns Hopkins character: rigorous excellence in research, abiding service to our communities, and steadfast dedication to improving educational opportunity. So families, friends, faculty, staff, alumni, and honored guests, please join me in applauding greatness. The Johns Hopkins School of Education's class of 2025. Now, please allow me to introduce the Dean of the Johns Hopkins School of Education, Christopher Morphew.
Thank you, Jamie. Degree candidates, family and friends, faculty and staff, alumni, and honored guests, welcome to graduation. As the Dean of the School of Education, I am honored to preside over this important academic celebration, a moment in your life, and this is your moment, that you should fill with justifiable pride. I know I'm proud. Throughout my career, I've attended quite a few graduation ceremonies. Some of them were even my own. This ceremony is my 8th as the Dean of the School of Education, and I must say it never gets old. Graduation is my favorite day of the year, excuse me. There you go. Now I've made the first error. Everybody can jump in. Graduation week is my favorite week of the year. The energy here on Homewood Field right now, this picture-perfect view, it's just amazing. And I want to say, there are two schools of thought on graduation. One school would say that graduation should be a serious, solemn, and somber event. Another might say that graduation should be a fun, celebratory, and kind of chaotic event. I am of the second school, and I hope you are of the second school as well. I heard a group over here that is definitely of the second school early on, and I want to give everyone here my permission, with the powers that have been bequeathed to me as dean, to celebrate and have a good time tonight. So with that in mind, I'm going to document this moment. This is in my notes, and they assume someone my age can do this. I'm going to take a selfie, and I want the class behind me to enjoy themselves here. So let me see if I can do this the right way. All right? You're in the photo with me. Ready? Did I do that right? Was I holding it like an old man? Is that what you're thinking? I have children. I know what they say. As Jamie said, you're a resilient, brilliant, dedicated, and passionate group. And I would also say mildly photogenic. So I'm impressed with all of you. Earning a graduate degree from Johns Hopkins is a big deal. You've all worked so hard for this moment. And as you take it all in, I want to remind you that none of us, including my esteemed colleagues sitting up on this stage with me, reached this level of accomplishment all on our own. It takes a village. It's a cliche, but it's a cliche that holds true. I was raised in a small town in northern Iowa, so I know the importance of close-knit connections, of strong community, family, friends, neighbors, coaches, tutors, mentors, counselors, educators, farmers, all there to support growth. That kind of support comes in small, everyday moments. Attending a student's game or show, being a sounding board as a kid works out a problem, listening and learning about a specific personal challenge, and countless other brief but important, significant moments that build character, that help build resilience, that build great leaders like yourselves. It's about committing to empower people. It's about caring enough to show up day after day after day. It's about creating a community of belonging. Yes, a village. So, as you take flight into the next stage of your journey and you become an integral part of many, many villages, let's hear it for your village, the people sitting here at Homewood Field tonight, the ones who loved you, who nurtured you, nudged you, inspired you, and believed in you, your families, friends, and all the people who supported you. Let's give them a big round of applause. I left out funded you. I should have said funded you somewhere in there, right? Families and friends, we thank you for your years of support and good care for our amazing education and counseling leaders. Our world needs them now more than ever. We are navigating a difficult and unfortunate time in our nation's history. As leaders, we still have a job to do. The success of countless schools, communities, and individuals depends on our best efforts. That is one reason we are fortunate to be here together tonight. Degree candidates, tonight as we celebrate your achievements and honor distinguished alumni leaders who came before you, we are also renewing our common commitment to each other as educators, to empower individuals, schools, and communities to learn, to adapt, and thrive more safely, effectively, and equitably. As we celebrate you tonight, we also celebrate the potential that you will help unlock, the individuals you will empower, the learners you will inspire, the policymakers you will advise, the communities you will strengthen. This night is for our future. And as you move forward in your careers and in your commitment to lasting positive change, remember that you are part of a powerful, lasting tradition of research-driven impact. Next year, Hopkins will be celebrating 150 years of groundbreaking leadership. Prepare to say sesquicentennial as many times as you can. We have a proud legacy of driving evidence-based change in our schools and communities. This is an important event for Hopkins, and I hope as alums you come back and celebrate our 150th with us. Johns Hopkins scholars like you are tireless in pursuing answers to tough questions and solutions to tough problems. Convening the nation's leading conference on high-impact tutoring, marshaling a national coalition to advance pathways to student success, and building vital health initiatives in our community schools. Finding new ways to talk about equity in polarized times, and much, much more, even while operating in a moment of unprecedented divisiveness and challenge. Our dedication to our mission should be stronger than ever. As educators, counselors, and advocates, we work to save lives, whole futures, whole schools and communities. In the back of your program that all of you have gotten tonight, the back page of it is part of a Hopkins campaign. And if you turn to it, you'll see that it says, "Research saves lives." And that is true and that is powerful. But it's worth noting that therapists save lives, counselors save lives, school leaders save lives, teachers save lives, schools save lives. You will save lives. And I don't want you to lose sight of that. Every one of your crucial actions is built upon the convergence of simple moments of individual commitments. Let's give that a round of applause as well. Class of 2025, this is your moment, and it is a profound one. This graduation marks your individual commitment to the essential work of improving possibilities for others. We, your colleagues now, are so very proud of your achievement in demonstrating that commitment course by course, assignment by assignment, moment by moment. And we can't wait to see the amazing impact you will have from this evening forward. So, let's get things started tonight. We have a number of many special guests with us tonight, all ready to celebrate you. Our student speaker is clinical mental health counseling degree candidate Sadia Aruna, member, yes. Orna, excuse me, member of the outstanding Johns Hopkins School of Education class of 2025. Sadia is ready to go with a whiz-bang speech. I know she is. Our keynote speaker tonight is Sarah Heminger, Chief Executive Officer and co-founder of THREAD, a Johns Hopkins PhD grad in biomedical engineering, class of 2010. And here, on behalf of the Johns Hopkins Alumni Association, which you will be entering into tonight, this evening is Brenda Davis, Dr. Brenda Davis, a Master of Science in Education graduate from the class of 2016. Brenda is the Chief Student Success Officer at the American Center for Research in the Social Sciences Omega Graduate School. She is the founder and CEO of the Othino Project, a research initiative designed to help families lead their child to success. Brenda is also a retired teacher. She's been very unsuccessful in retiring, from what I understand, with 30 years of experience in public schools and is a long-standing advocate for literacy, wellness, and healthy relationships. So please welcome to the podium a remarkable education leader and advocate, our Johns Hopkins Alumni Council representative, Brenda Davis.
Got it. Thank you, Dean Morphew. Thank you so much. And I'm of both schools, fun and serious, so thanks for leading that. Good evening, graduates, families, and friends. It is really my pleasure and a privilege to bring you warm greetings from more than 24,000 alumni of the Johns Hopkins School of Education and over 260,000 Johns Hopkins University alums from around the world. I bring you greetings. Congratulations, JHU School of Education, class of 2025. You look amazing, you really do. You wear the robe well. Yes, indeed, you wear the robe well, symbolic of your academic achievement. Me personally, I am enamored by that light blue representing the School of Education. Celebrate. Know that we love and appreciate you. Rest. Be sure to rest. and restore. Embrace wellness. You hear it a lot, but do that. Rest knowing you actually did your best. Now, times are changing, and we must allow for change and adapt to it. Accountability is high, and the educational climate must shift. Oftentimes, strained relationships hinder the necessary shifts imminent for change. And to this I say, ice it. Like a sprained ankle, ice it. Both personal and professional relationships. Be intentionally loving. Be caringly courageous. Be encouraging with ease. Your timing as JHU graduates is right, intentional by some. Seems all eyes are on you. In some cases, what may have appeared delays for some of us was in fact perfect timing for preparation to develop the services necessary for a time such as this. It was nearly 24 years ago that one of my colleagues, science teacher colleagues, said to me during one of our conversations in the hall, he said, "I can see you speaking at Johns Hopkins University one day," 24 years ago. Be the voice of authority for children, families, and communities. But be sure to listen first, being taciturn at the right times. As you enter into schools and choice workplaces, think connectedness. Education is communal work. Think of yourself with sober judgment, because critical reflection is a key to transformative learning. Tonight, you are joining an elite group, a global society of scholars and friends. You will find that graduates from all 9 Hopkins divisions are interested in education. We work together across divisions. They're interested in wellness, safety, leadership, community, and other issues we hold so dear. They will also share many of your personal interests. Think connectedness. Learn from one another. Stay away, quote, disengage, end quote, from naysayers in your prospective schools and workplaces. Given the history of America, it leaves room for children to become mixed up, children and adults, arriving at a point of complexity. For years now, it seems our students pledging to our country's wonderful flag may send mixed up thought for children, since there are so many different and wonderful array of flags which represent children from all over the world. Perhaps a minor shift in wording would solve this. I pledge allegiance to God, saluting the flag of the United States of America, unto the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Historically, Francis Bellamy, an 1892 youth companion, had hoped the pledge would be used in citizens in any country. Make space for all children, spiritually and culturally. I'm thinking of the Coleman Report 1966 that set the standard for public education by race, color, religion, or national origin in public institutions. We are the ones, you are the ones, entering the world of education at a time the country, the world over, has not been before, but destined to be. With a backdrop of new and age education reform, cutting-edge research on social policy, supported or not supported by AI, and designed to examine social capital from home to school. We are the ones, you are the ones, to help facilitate this. You've got this. Remembering that education is communal. If you're a teacher of any subject at any level, pre-K through 12, or a leader in schools, science, math, Spanish, Mandarin, history, whatever the subject, culinary arts, drama, music, you name it, begin with literacy. Have students do an ongoing literature review for the doctorate students. I know you had some times doing that literature review, now didn't you? But have students do a literature review, homework for the year, if you will. By this, students build social capital to augment foundations, some of which are faulty foundations. Be prepared to answer questions, though, because children and their families will learn and grow beyond some of our answers. In March, the Johns Hopkins University School of Education and the National Advisory Council met in a mini retreat in Washington, D.C. We heard from Provost Jaya Hawana and others. He used words such as vulnerability and trust. As in a season of increased vulnerability due to the 55% decrease in grant funding for Johns Hopkins, and finally trust, some of which is eroding. In Dean Morphew guided creative thinking. He suggests creative thinking guided by Johns Hopkins principles equals good leadership. As JHU graduates, such leadership can be in classrooms, districts, communities, states, and all such workplaces. Do not idolize scholarship, though. Instead, think like philanthropist Johns Hopkins himself, giving of self. Sow seeds of hope, where children and families begin to thrive and believe they can influence their future. Trash selfish ambition. We're not pointing fingers, we're pulling up sleeves. Educators and teachers in tandem with family leaders. The Chronicle of Higher Education poll showed that the world of education wanted most to know what lay ahead, not how to survive the chaos. So wherever you find yourself in the years to come, I encourage you to stay connected through networking opportunities, shared interest groups, events, and personal enrichment activities. As you celebrate your achievement today, remember, you will always be a Johns Hopkins graduate. Congratulations. It is now my honor to present 6 special awards from the Johns Hopkins Alumni Association to such an accomplished group. I'll begin with the Community Champion Award. This award recognizes outstanding contributions that address critical economic and environmental needs throughout our society and communities. I am pleased to present this year's award to Mrs. Catherine H. Locke-Jones, Masters of Education, 2015. Thank you. Kate is an award-winning educator and Maryland State Teacher of the Year, known for creating inclusive, student-centered classrooms and launching innovative programs like a school-based writing center for multilingual learners. She also founded SL24, Unlock the Light, and Sean's House, providing vital mental health resources to thousands of young people. Kate, on behalf of the Alumni Association, I am pleased to present you with our Community Champion Award. Next, we have the recipient of the Distinguished Alumna Award, which recognizes those alumni who epitomize the Johns Hopkins tradition of excellence and bring credit to the university by their personal accomplishment, professional achievement, or humanitarian service. I am pleased to present this year's award to Ms. Kayla S. Green, Masters of Science and Education, 2021. Kayla is an award-winning STEM educator at Jackson Reed High School in Washington, D.C., where she fosters positive math identities and empowers students to use math as a tool for social change. A Teach for America alumna, Green's teaching excellence has earned the Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics and Science Teaching, reflecting her commitment to equity and inclusion in STEM. Kayla, on behalf of the Alumni Association, I am pleased to present the Distinguished Alumni Award to you for epitomizing Johns Hopkins' tradition of excellence, bringing credit to the university by your professional achievement. Now, onto the Public Service Award. This award honors alumni of Johns Hopkins who have brought credit to the university by their current or recently concluded distinguished public service as elected or appointed officials. I am pleased to present this year's award to Dr. Sana Sheikh, Masters of Science in Education, 2013. Sana could not join us this evening, so the Johns Hopkins Alumni Association will be accepting the award on her behalf. Sana is serving as the Business Development Specialist at the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven, where she advances inclusive tech access for local entrepreneurs. The Global Achievement Award honors alumni who exemplified the Johns Hopkins tradition of excellence and have brought credit to the university and their profession in the international arena through the professional achievements or humanitarian service. I'm pleased to present this year's award to Dr. Razia Kosi, Certificate 06, Doctor of Education 2021. Razia is a pioneering mental health advocate and educator who serves as a coordinator for the Howard County Public School System's Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, promoting culturally responsive practices across schools. She is also the founder of CHE Counseling, now part of the Pro Bono Counseling Project, where she continues her mission to provide accessible, stigma-free mental health support to South Asian and underserved communities. Our Outstanding Recent Graduate Award honors recent graduates for outstanding achievement or service in their professional or volunteer work. I am pleased to present this year's award to Mr. Nam Nguyen, Masters of Science in Education, 2023. Nam is a dynamic leader at the intersection of education, technology, and global impact, currently managing a $3 billion credit card portfolio and a nationwide gift card program at BP, while championing innovation in the energy sector. A Schwarzman Scholar and founder of the Bach Wish Fund, he has been internationally recognized for his humanitarian work and public service by organizations including the Diana Award, Starbucks, and 3 U.S. presidents. Our final award this evening is presented to the School of Education faculty members for excellence in teaching. This award is given annually by the Alumni Association to recognize the critical importance and impact of instruction. Current students nominate faculty members, and the recipient is selected by a committee headed by the dean. I am pleased to present this award to Chioma Anna, EDD, and Michelle Muratori, PhD. Chioma is an adjunct faculty member and the founder and CEO of Percept A Therapeutic and Training Center, with over 2 decades of experience in counseling, education, and art therapy. A licensed clinical professional counselor and registered art therapist, Chioma specializes in social justice, racial trauma, and the use of art therapy for healing. Michelle is a lecturer in the Department of Counseling and Educational Studies, where she previously served as a faculty associate and has held leadership roles at the Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth. A recognized expert in counseling and counselor education, she has co-authored multiple books and regularly presents at national conferences. Clearly, very clearly, Michelle and Chioma are terrific teachers, and on behalf of the Alumni Association and the School of Education, I am pleased to present the Excellence in Teaching Award to them both. Congratulations to all of our Alumni Association award winners and to this evening's graduates. I wish you all the best. Congratulations.
Thank you, Brenda. And congratulations to our Alumni Association honorees. They certainly deserve one more round of applause for all their achievements. And I would point out that some of those award winners graduated just a few years ago, so I expect that we will be honoring several of you that are in the crowd tonight in just a couple of years. So I look forward to that moment. As I look out at our class of 2025, I am in awe of the phenomenal group of leaders before us. You inspire all of us with passion in addressing tough challenges, your innovation in working to shape the future of education, and your dedication to ensuring the success of generations to come. These are the definitive characteristics of a champion in education. And certainly, they are definitive characteristics of Sarah Heminger. Besides being a neuroscientist, and you're going to hear Sarah's story tonight, and it is absolutely incredible. Besides being a neuroscientist, and I'm told an internationally competitive ice dancer, Sarah is the co-founder and CEO of Thread, a nonprofit here in Baltimore that harnesses the power of relationships to support teens through their high school graduation and beyond. We all know that education is a long-term proposition. With Thread, Sarah Heminger and her colleagues, volunteers and students, are demonstrating the impact of long-term commitment. For more than 20 years, Sarah has worked to build a powerful network of thousands of volunteers who connect with hundreds of Baltimore's youth facing extraordinary challenges. Thread links these young people with a team of adults from across Baltimore City who offer them ongoing support, rides to school, packed lunches, errands, tutoring, whatever it takes. Sarah will tell you a little bit about this, but whatever it takes is truly how she operates. The first time I met Sarah, I asked her how many of her students had had Thread lost. And she looked me in the eye, and I remember that with a look on her face like, 0, we've never lost any. And they have never lost any of their students, and it's an amazing story. Moment by moment engagement over that long period of time, she's built confidence, resilience, and community in her students. Since Thread was launched, as I said, 100% of their students remain enrolled for 10 years, no matter what. And 65% of Thread alumni have completed high school. That is a rate that is 10 times the rate of their peer group. This concept of building and sustaining critical interpersonal bonds between high schoolers struggling academically with adults willing to support them came to Sarah as a grad student on this very campus. In 2002, she earned her undergraduate degree, then in 2010, her PhD in biomedical engineering from Johns Hopkins. And today, Sarah continues to serve as an adjunct assistant professor at JHU. In honor of Sarah's contributions to the education, career, and life success of hundreds of Baltimore's young people, for her leadership in motivating thousands to believe in building strong relationships to heal social isolation, and for her dedication to creating a healthier, more connected community, the Johns Hopkins School of Education proudly presents the 2025 Champion in Education Award to Sarah Heminger. With Thread, Sarah and her village, if you will, are proving the power of weaving together strong relationships, starting with simple moments of individual commitment that can add up to monumental change in a young person's life. Class of 2025, as leaders, you will be creating countless moments like this, moments that lead to monumental change for learners, families, and schools, districts, organizations, and communities across the country and around the world. Let this be one such moment for us all as we welcome back Sarah Heminger to deliver your keynote address. Sarah?
All right, well, happy Tuesday, and hello, School of Education, class of 2025. Thank you, Dean Morphew, Vice Dean Lester, distinguished faculty, staff, and alumni for inviting me to be here with you today. I am honored to be part of this ceremony and excited to see the many family members and friends who are celebrating this major milestone with each of you. Family, both chosen and given, have had a profound impact on my life and have been critical to the success we've experienced at Thread. Having a community of support matters, and I am a proud member of the Johns Hopkins community. As Dean Morphew pointed out, Hopkins has been my home my entire adult life, first as an undergraduate, then as a graduate student, and now as a faculty member. I am blown away and humbled to receive the Champion of Education Award today, something I never would have expected as I sat in your seats many, many moons ago. So this place, the people here, have shaped me, have helped me better understand myself. They have allowed me to build my skills, explore my passion, and find my life's purpose. They have offered me the opportunity to grow and learn in unimaginable ways. So I would love to share with you a bit about my journey and 3 lessons that I have learned that might also help you when confronted with personal, professional, and maybe even global challenges. So to say that I have a lot of energy is an understatement. Anyone who knows me would likely tell you that I am constantly in motion. The thing to understand, though, is that my energy is connected to both my childhood trauma and my deeply knitted relationships. My initial trauma actually happened at birth. I came out of my mother's womb not breathing and with a facial deformity. This impacted me in different ways throughout my life and was so jarring for my parents that my father, who delivered my 2 younger siblings at home. Now, you might say, he's a bit of a Renaissance man, a painter, a poet, a master chess player. But my father, who's a plumber by trade, would say that delivering my siblings was just working with a different type of plumbing. Around my 8th birthday, I was then kidnapped from my home in the middle of the night. I am extraordinarily fortunate to be part of a very small number of children in the 1980s who then returned home alive after being abducted. What made it even more difficult was around that same time, my parents found out that the pastor of our church was misusing funds for personal gain. And so when they exposed that, the church decided that they would shun my family instead of firing the pastor. So I would go to church for years, and the community that was supposed to hold me ignored and chastised me. Adults, children, my own aunts and uncles, cousins, were all instructed not to speak to me. Fortunately, my core family was deeply connected and was my protective factor. They taught me coping strategies, open dialogue, exercise, prayer, commitment to a cause bigger than oneself. They modeled self-advocacy, self-discipline, hard work, and the value of being on a journey. I grew up not under pressure to achieve any outcomes. My parents could have cared less if I was the best or the brightest at anything. I was, however, under tremendous pressure to tirelessly make progress in closing the gap between my words and my actions. The pressure was to try and live a righteous life. And so over time, I developed this immense intrinsic motivation that's motivated as an intense energy. One might think an anxious energy, but I've learned to channel that anxious energy into hard work and hard work over long periods of time. The ability to channel is the first lesson that I hope is of value to you, and certainly was to me as a student here at Hopkins. Early on as an undergraduate, I found myself taking a course called Signals and Systems. I was crushed when I received a 28 on my first test. Yes, you heard me correctly, a 28. So like not a 28 on a curve, but like 28 out of 100. So I went into channeling day after day. I would go and sit with Professor Rue, learning the material, and I managed to channel my way to a 94 on the second test, and eventually into the PhD program here at Hopkins. It wasn't easy, but you and I are here today, right? In part because we know how to work hard and constantly show up. As educators, channeling also takes the form, though, of showing up for others. It takes being like Dr. Rue, demonstrating diligence in your own learning while also supporting the learning of others. The second lesson I'd like to share with you has been much, much harder for me. Channeling alone worked until it didn't. As a graduate student, I had worked with patients who had neurodegenerative disorders of the cerebellum, basal ganglia, and motor cortex. I had great relationships with my patients and their family, and I collected a shit ton of data. But somehow it turned out I was essentially getting a 28 on yet another exam. I just didn't know it. I was in danger of not completing my PhD because I hadn't published any of my findings. And you might say, why? Because I was so busy channeling that I didn't really understand my data. Fortunately, and let me be clear, I did not feel this way at the time. My advisor, Dr. Shadmere, said one of the hardest things I have ever had to hear. He told me that I needed to learn to think deeply. And to do that, I had to first stop channeling. I had to pause, I had to be still, and he was right. Once I did, the interpretation of the data came, the publications came, and again, as educators, it's building the skill to discern when to pause, when to find place and space for the deeper thinking, and it's also a willingness and ability to tell the truth to others with kindness. It's saying the things that are often hard to hear in a way that can be heard, and it's also pausing enough to hear the things that are hard to hear. The third lesson I would like to share at this point might sound a bit obvious, but I don't think it can be overstated. It is foundational to everything, and that is the relationships that we all have. It's the relationship that we have with ourselves and the relationships that we have with others. While I eventually found my academic stride, I found graduate school to be an extremely lonely place. As an introvert, I struggled to find my people. But I had one person, my husband, Ryan. When he was in junior high school, his family unit was completely shattered when his mom was in a car accident, a week later in another accident, and was unable to walk for months. She lost her job, and then they lost their home. She became depressed and addicted to painkillers, and then began selling them to support her own habit. This all coincided with Ryan's transition into high school, and he ended up failing his freshman year. But there was a group of teachers who banded together, not just to provide tutoring, but also clothing, food, money to keep the water and heat on in his home. They became his extended family, and by his senior year, he was an honor roll student, a varsity athlete, and went on to attend the United States Naval Academy. So, when I was searching for my people in my weary loneliness of graduate school, it dawned on me that there must be other students like Ryan who are exceptional individuals in extraordinary situations, and that together we might be able to find this deep sense of belonging. I found those young people at Dunbar High School, right up the street from the med school campus, and this led to founding of Thread and my extended community. As was mentioned, Thread enrolls the lowest performing 9th grade students at the lowest performing schools in Baltimore cities. We commit to each young person and their family for 10 years, and once we make that commitment, we never unenroll a young person. Each student is paired with volunteers, some of them university students, small business owners, empty nesters, and retirees that form an extended family. These students and our volunteers do life together. They learn, they grow, they build deep and mutually beneficial relationships, and they have shared experiences through rides to school, weekly dinners, and recreational outings. The way to think about Thread isn't mentoring, it isn't tutoring. It's if you would do it with your own family, with whoever's been up there shouting at the top of their lungs for the evening. That's what we do with ours, and we never give up. So you might ask, what is the key to building these relationships that transcend lines of race, class, gender, and age with thousands of people in Baltimore, the kinds of relationships that actually lay the foundation for student success? The answer is reciprocity. Yes, reciprocity. So no matter who you are or where you come from, we all share one thing in common. We all want to be helpers. We all want to matter. Why? Because it's innate to the human condition. When you help someone, you get dopamine, you get serotonin, oxytocin. Your cortisol actually goes down. One of the consequences, though, of systemic inequality and inequities that is experienced by the young people in Thread is that our society has basically told them that they are never to be the helper. The narrative is that they're disadvantaged, they're disenfranchised, they're at risk, they're marginalized. So the thing I want to share with you is that in the relationships that you have, it is not enough to message in your words and actions that people matter to you. It's actually moving from a place of you matter to I need you. So when I think about who has taught me the most, who I've needed the most, it is the young people in Thread. It is Judy. She was a member of our first cohort 22 years ago. Today, she's a 37-year-old mother of 3, a homeowner with a graduate degree in nursing from Hopkins, and my best friend. Over the last 2 decades, we have been through everything together. We've experienced great joy celebrating graduations like tonight, trick-or-treating with our kids, and just sitting by the pool laughing. We have also survived tremendous loss as friends, family. Through it all, we have stuck together, and our connection is deep and affirming. When you know someone for so long, it's easy to get to a place where you think maybe you understand the relationship. And each time that has happened with me and Judy, I find myself surprised. Last year, I had complications following a surgery. I experienced a medical emergency, and I couldn't reach my husband. Life has these really clarifying moments when you're vulnerable, when you're scared, who you in that reflective moment react, who do you call? For me, I called Judy. She made it to the hospital before I did. She advocated. She made sure that I got the care that I needed. She was there for me. What is complicated is that she also found herself in the hospital. She was having her third kid, and it turns out that her spine had been punctured while she was receiving an epidural. She knew that fluid was leaking, but no one believed her. She called me. I found myself at the hospital. And as I looked at Judy, the bed was just soaked. How could you not believe someone? Here she is, a nurse, clearly leaking spinal fluid with a spinal headache. And so I did the same things that Judy did for me, because that's what we do. We're there for each other. And when others saw that at the hospital, they began listening to her. Their perception changed of her, of me, of what relationships across lines of difference mean. This is how we begin to change systems. We change not only our lived experience, but those in our orbit. They all become part of this journey. It is not lost on me that we live in incredibly complicated times, and we have to be able to hold these two things at the same time, that we all need someone that we can call in the middle of the night when we're in crisis, and yet systems of inequity persist, and we are all not treated the same way. So it can be really overwhelming to know when to channel and when to pause, when to be a helper and when to ask for help. So we need to get comfortable holding these two truths at the same time. I want to leave you with one last thing that I was reminded of from several years ago. I was on vacation with my parents, my husband Ryan, and my daughter Evie. She was 6 at the time, and we were standing on this cliff. It was a beautiful night like tonight, and we were looking at the most gorgeous sunset, the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. I was trying to be present in the moment, and I kept telling my daughter Evie, look at the sun, look at the sun. And Evie kept saying, no, Mom, look at the moon. We kept going back and forth, and I kept saying, look at the sun, and she kept saying, no, look at the moon. I kept telling her, no, that's not the moon, that's the sun, and really starting to question my parenting as to whether or not my 6-year-old could tell the difference between the sun and the moon. Finally, she got so frustrated with me that she grabbed my arm and turned me around. And lo and behold, she was looking right at the moon. So here we were in this loving, trusting relationship, and yet I had invalidated my daughter's experience. We were in the exact same place on the planet at the exact same time. The only difference is that we were facing 180 degrees apart. She saw the moon, I saw the sun. And I think this is what happens to so many of us in day-to-day life. You see the sun, someone says, I see the moon. Both things can be true. And so as you go out into the world, especially as aspiring leaders in education and counseling, I want to encourage you to channel your energy into purpose, to recognize the moments when you need to pause, and to show up consistently with a willingness to both help and accept help. Build that muscle to turn around. If someone says they see the moon, get curious. Ask them why. Have them show you what they see. Let them help you see it. Because in doing that, we can begin to understand each other and piece together the full vantage point. We can see the moon, the sun, and all of the other things in the 358 degrees that we aren't looking at in a given moment. That is what is needed now more than ever. Congratulations to the class of 2025, and thank you again for letting me share in this celebration with you.
Thank you, Sarah, and congratulations. I have to tell you, I took a few deep breaths and was touched by many of your stories. Thank you very much. You are a true champion in education and an inspiration to us all. Now, please join me in welcoming to the podium Associate Professor Tamara Martyr, faculty lead for our special education and applied behavior analysis programs, to recognize our 2025 certificate graduates.
Thank you, Jamie. The Johns Hopkins School of Education extends special acknowledgement to this evening's certificate candidates for choosing to deepen their knowledge of their specialty, for growing their expertise, and for their work and mastering the latest evidence-based practices in their field. 2025 certificate candidates, when I call your name, please stand so we can all celebrate your incredible achievement. Yajin Ding, Taylor Humphreys, Emma Mateo, and Anne-Marie Thomas. Thank you for your commitment to education. We know your expertise will make measurable change in our schools and communities.
Tammy, thank you, and congratulations once again to the 2025 certificate candidates. Class of 2025, it is now my honor to introduce you to your student speaker. Sadia Orna is a master's degree candidate in clinical mental health counseling. She joined the JHU family as a student from Bangladesh, and while here, she has made a tremendous impact. Sadia served as a graduate assistant at the Everyone Graduate Center. She was a teaching assistant, as well as a co-founder of the Spirituality and Mindfulness in Counseling Club. Sadia is also involved in volunteer work and has led fundraising to support communities in need. She has traveled across South Asia and now to 25 US states. I'm not sure I've been to 25 US states. Journeys that reinforce for her the importance of learning and of service to all. So class of 2025, please help me welcome your student speaker, Sadia Orna.
Class of 2025, this one's for you. As you heard, I was born in Dhaka, Bangladesh. And one of the greatest opportunities of my life was receiving a scholarship to attend undergrad here in the United States. Without that chance, coming from a family with very limited financial resources, I know I wouldn't be standing here today. I'm deeply grateful for every opportunities I have had over the past 3 years here at Hopkins. Serving as a TA and GA, growing as a counselor in training, and being part of activities I care about, all while supporting my family and going through deep emotional struggle within myself. I knew the value of my education and the work I was doing. But there were days I wanted to quit. There were moments I didn't recognize myself. My trust was broken in ways I wasn't prepared for. I know my struggles are different from yours, but I see myself in you. Today, you are my mirror. Your struggles, your hopes, your dreams, I feel them as I stand before you. We graduate not just for ourselves, but for those who came before us and those who will follow. As educators, counselors, health professionals, learning specialists, and researchers, our communities will rely on us to ignite hope, to lead with passion, and to serve generations. I do not take that lightly, and I know you don't either. I never imagined I would be standing here at this incredible institution, but here I am, and here you are. We are proof of what can happen when even one person believes in us. I'm living proof of that because I did not quit. As a mental health therapist intern, I worked with individuals from different walks of life with different values and perspectives, at times values that differed from mine. I worked with families and individuals affected by poverty, violence, neglect, families who do not have the same opportunities that we have today. After today, we carry a huge responsibility. The responsibility to educate, to provide mental health services, and to be that one person who makes a difference, treating every individual with equal care and empathy, no matter who they are. I know this is hard work. There will be days when we doubt ourselves. But I also know we will not give in because we have been prepared by the very best here at Johns Hopkins. When the revered spiritual leader Swami Vivekananda came to this land in 1893 and stood before a crowd in Chicago, he began with the words, "Sisters and brothers of America." I want to echo those remarkable words. My dear brothers and sisters, today is just the beginning of us serving and growing. Now, before I leave, would you look around for me? At all of those people who are here today, cheering for you. For me, it's friends who traveled across the country. It's Robin, thank you. It's colleagues, professors, and mentors who showed up. I want us to also think of those who couldn't be here in person, who are watching from home or from across the world. And let us remember those who are no longer with us on this earth, but whose love and memory will live on in us. With that, I say let's carry on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sadia. This absolutely is just the beginning of the class of 2025 serving and growing, and we cannot wait to witness your greatness flourish. We would now like to salute those candidates who received special awards during our Society of Excellence ceremony yesterday morning. Would all of our Society of Excellence award recipients please stand to be recognized? Thank you. As you already know, the degrees earned by the graduates will officially be conferred by President Daniels at the university-wide commencement Thursday morning. But tonight, right now, is when the real excitement happens. We've reached the part of the program that everyone on the floor and those in the stands has been waiting for. My colleagues and fellow faculty members, Assistant Professor Olivia Marcucci, Assistant Professor Sterling Travis, Senior Lecturer Veronica Guglielcello, and Assistant Professor Alexandra Shelton will assist in calling our graduates forward by academic division and degree. We will call the programs in the following order: Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Education, Master of Education in the Health Professions, Master of Science in Counseling, Master of Science in Education, Master of Science in Education Policy, and Master of Science in Special Education. But first, some brief instructions. Everyone on the floor, I hope you're listening. You will come forward to the stage one row at a time, prompted by the ushers. When it is your turn to come up to the platform, hand us your card. When we read your name, proceed across the center of the stage to be congratulated by Dean Christopher Morphew. Then please return to your seat. At the conclusion of the ceremony, faculty will recess first, followed by all of you. Will the PhD candidates please rise and come forward?
Nope. Sarah Caraleo. Andrea Luis Ochoa. Nope, that's not mine. Oh, and now for the Doctor of Education. Pavitir Singh. Jamie Nicole Castle. Emma Catherine Hartman. Alexis Grace Daniels. Megan Marie Ryder Shop. Elizabeth Jordan Devaney. E. Wan. Ning Ma. Se Yi Gao. Octaviano Merecias Cuevas. Leanne Hadsel. Katie Ann de St. Pere. Lauren Nicole Spicer. Mercedes Alicea. Alicia Green Jacobs. Catherine C. Flores. Varenya Huriharan. Colleen Marie Hines Rogers. Aishatu Rahima Yusuf. What do you want? Okay. Teddy Gray. Basima Mohammed. Sherla Ah Wen Sum.
Laura Cynthia Freeman. Peter Andrew Sabbath. Marielle Golden. Brittany Verrett. Loveland Toussaint Odanga. Robert Allen Richardson. And now for the Master of Education in the Health Professions. David Ash. May Sai. Renzo Figari Jordan. Wissam Ibrahim. Sonam Ravindra Kiwalkar. Basil George Fergis. Wilfredo Puentes Beltrán. Michael Reinhardt. Tai Kiyong San Hairston. Kurt Glenn Davis. Abigail Borowski. Casey Catherine Marone. Elizabeth Capello. Nestor Jose Maldonado. Jose Manuel Monroy Trujillo. Amar Abu Salb. Roy Sutikno. Tanya Kattelbach. Jennifer Harvey Nill. Ashley Mary Paul.
And now, the Masters of Science in Counseling. Sadia Arna. Anne Elizabeth Morris. Caitlin Geraldine O'Hare. Yunchao Liu. Sani Zhang. Yao Lu. Xingrong Cheng. Yujia Chen. Jiangying Zhang. Rui Lin. Hashin B. Winnie Wu. Huaying Jin. Xuanlin Sun. Wu Yang Han. Jing Yuan Mu. Yusong Tang. Nyla Masom. Michael Canning Booth. Zilen Chang. Wenqing Tang. Olive Pan. Audra Howard Ferguson. Paul Nicholas Henry. Michaela Naisha Moore. Ilior Moshkowitz. Shivali Sioni. Maeve Connor Register. Alana Shira Harrow. Savannah Baraka. Ryan Edward James. Sarah Fox. Emily Goldhammer. Michelle Wang. Matt On. Jonathan Che. Claire Air. Daniela Bidon. Sequoia Alexia Young. Benjamin Witt Carter. Laura Hoffman Nassar. Julia Brink. Alessandra Vera. Gabriela Michelle Lopez. Willa Goodman. Liba Mazur Khan. Christian Paul Arnold. Michael Pachetti. Jeremy Hinkson Hardy. Amanda Prem. Angela Catalina Cyril Valles Dilau. Marika Huffer. Rachel Gerchikov. Diana Joy Aarons Eckerberg. Tania Miller. Rabia Thanani. Isis Offit. Teresa Dvorak. Preksha Mishra. Manan Sharma. Sakshi Chetan Sarda. Shiroshira Manik. Noel Threet. Forum Para. Mauricio Leisure. Chastity Wood. Jenilyn Paget Laukindanoom. Michelle Parker Evans. Anthony Evans. Miguel Augustin. Justin Dion Louder. Brianna Marie. Bahar Alakband. Daniela Gona Garcia. Anda Zalika Dia. Jasmine Delos Reyes. Kayla Irene Timbeneres. Mary Catherine Stiles. Alyssa Meister. Jarius Dwayne Douglas. Zari Cryer. Francois Emmanuel Furman II.
And now for the Master of Science, Educational Studies. Audrey Rose Ramona Wooden. And now for the Master of Science in Education, Digital Age Learning, and Educational Technology. Umu Aya Eva Diallo. Michelle Forbes Long. Michelle Bedoya. Rebecca Peluso. Adina Rachel Lowenstein. And now for the Master of Science, Gifted Education. Alexis Jameson. Laura Seminario Thornton. Clea Lovelace Lamea Johnson. Tuan Min Lei. And now for the Master of Science, School Administration and Supervision. Kelsey Ray Clayton. And now for the Master of Science in Education, International Teaching and Global Leadership Cohort. Shu-Ning Shi. Jing Yi Liao. Ihan Xia. Chen Zhang. Zhang Mao Lu. Chu Yin Liu. Jiayang Zhu. Mao Fan. Edward Zhang. Congratulations, Edward. Dian Zhao. Hao Yu Swan. Fan Ting Liao. Yuan Yi Ji. Yu Xuan Yan. Sharon Ho. Zhang Xiang Li. Yadi Wang. Wan Ru Guo. Ha Xing Wang. Jia Jun Chen. Yu A Wang. Yang Shen Lin. Da Lin Chen. Yi Feng Chao. Jing Nan Zhang. Chao Chu Cao. Jia Ling Yang. Zhang Ping Jia. Ya Dong Shu. Xiao Wei Liu. Jia Wei Young. Ed Shi. Yu Hao Chow. Saw Ling Yu.
And now for the Master of Science in Education, Teach for America and TNTP cohorts. Lily N. Rose Schillinger. Benjamin Beverly Johnson. Sam Momayez. Ankur Bamzai. Hung Pham. Sarah Hope Payne. Deepika Mamnani. Julia Savea. Sophia Cynthia McCall. Josie Berger. Naja Marika Edmond. Delrina Nguyen. Abigail Reeves. Robert Michael Welcome. Carlin Elizabeth Crow. Daniel Cortez. Maya Liana Hobgood. Francesca A. Robinson. Laura Mary Shomig. Kirk Riley Lynham. Ashlyn Yakira Tafranika. Cameron Chase Scott. Talasia Murphy. Sarah Carpe. Monique McGraw. Janae Caitlin Brisbane. Judy Guyon Kim. Natalie May C. Reese Poe. Jenna Delgado. Kyra Alana Davis. And now for the Master of Science in Education Policy. Madeline E. Perry. Kahi Park. Milan Tolani. Emma Rose McDonald. Madeline Bonner. Jeanette Mernan Butcher. Heather Hostetler. Shayla Dawn Williams. Mikaisha Tressenreiter. Karuna Sinha. Isabel Fagan. Annie Elizabeth Connolly Sporing. Triana Brooks Downing. And now for the Master of Science in Special Education. Emma Valiant. Madeline Pease. Brittany Whitaker. Christine Duarte. Ellie Josephine Burlinson. Mithali Mahesh. Rachel Taylor. Monica Cruz.
Families, friends, faculty, staff, alumni, and guests, we now present to you the graduates of the Johns Hopkins School of Education class of 2025. On behalf of the School of Education, we wish you all every success life has to offer. Congratulations again, class of 2025. You deserve another round of applause. We have just a few notes before everyone heads out to continue this party with their loved ones and friends. We ask that all graduates remain seated while faculty and stage guests begin to recess. Ushers will then assist you into the recessional. Families and guests should remain seated until all graduates have exited their seating area. Graduates and guests will have an opportunity to visit on the back of the field immediately following the graduate recession. Banners are set up by program to help graduates reunite with families and friends. I now invite faculty and stage guests to stand and lead the recessional. Class of 2025, you did it. As you head off to make impactful change as thought leaders and continue to make a positive difference in the lives of educators, students, and communities, look around you. Take in all the people honoring you on Homewood Field tonight. Soak it all up. These are the moments we live for.
1, 2, 3.
I've seen this perfect picture in my head, and after driving all night, now here it is. I can finally feel the sun kissing my skin, and I just wanna take it in. Yeah, I just wanna take it in. Breathe it in and out. This is what it's all about. These are the moments we live for. Once in a lifetime, everything we want and more. This is the start of a new day, the good life. Ooh, these are the moments we live for. We'll be the place where the ocean meets the sky. We'll soak it up and have the time of our lives. We'll make these memories our own Hall of Fame, 'cause we just wanna take it in.